Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, what we will try to do is we will try to save the token data, whatever the token data we are getting from the login authentication. So we will try to save the token data in the state management. So now if you go to the project, so using the effects we are able to successfully log in. So let's try to log in the data. So now if I try to log in the data, now here what I can do is test@test.com. I can go test@test.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is the actual username and password. So now if I click on login, I am able to get the successfully these all data, right? So now let's try to design this data. So to save this data in the state management. Now what we will try to do is, so here the response thing what we are getting this is the response data, right? Let's try to create a model for this one. Let's go to the models and I will create auth response data. Okay, so auth response data dot model.ts, and here what I will try to do is export interface auth response data. Okay, so here what I can do is, what are the data we read it, id token, it is of type string, id token, it is of type string, and another one is the email refresh token, remember, email of type string and refresh token of type string, and another one, what is that one? So refresh token expires in local id, expires in of type string, and local id of type string, and last but not least, what is that one? It is a registered, it is a boolean, so whether the email is existed or not. So okay, fine, let's try to add it, this one also, registered of type boolean. Okay, so this is the response data what we will be trying to get. Now let's go to the auth service. Okay, we know that the data what we will be getting from the request. So here what I can do is I can add a generic of type auth response data. Okay, and also we can write something like it will be returning of type observable, strong type we can make it of auth response data. Okay, so this is the thing what we have did. Now auth response data we are able to get successfully. Now let's go to the auth effects. Now if I go to the auth effects, where is this auth effects? In the state you will be having this auth effects, and here you will be getting the data. It is of type, what I can say, it is of type auth response data. So now what I can do is, here let's format this data. So how we can format this data? We will try to create another new model, that is nothing but the user model. So user dot model dot ts. Okay, this one I will create it as a class, export class user. Okay, in this user what we will try to have is, we will try to have one thing is a constructor. Okay, in this constructor it will take one is the email of type string, so we need the email, and we need the token. Okay, we need the user id, private local id, okay, of type string, and another one we need the expiration date of type date. So these are the main required things. So if you want you can add more. So this is the constructor. Okay, so these are the things what we need. Constructor implementation is missing. Okay, not a problem. So a private, and this one is also a private. Okay, so these are the data what we need to have. Expiration date we will keep it as capital. Okay, camel case letter. This is the data, and now here in the auth effects we are getting the data. Now what I will try to do is I need to format the user. So how we can format the user? In auth service.ts, what I will try to do is I will try to create one user, that is nothing but the format user. I will create from data, so you will be getting the data of type auth response data. Okay, and here what I will try to do is I will try to create a user is equal to new user of. Okay, so new user is nothing but the model what we have created, and in this one what we will be getting is email. So we will be having in this one data dot email, and we need to get token data dot id token. So we'll be getting it from the response, right? And local id data dot local id. Okay, and we'll be getting the expiration date. What we'll try to do is constant. So expiration date, if you try to see here, So expiration date we are getting as a string, that the number of strings, number of seconds in which the token expires, ID token. So we will be getting the number of seconds, how much time the token will be expired. So if you try to see the output here, if you try to see here, oh yeah, the output has gone. So we will be getting 3600 seconds like that. So we need to convert it into the date. So what we can convert it into the date is expiration date is equal to new date of, we will try to create new date dot get time. Okay, so get time plus we will be getting the data dot expire sin. Okay, we know that it will be getting the number for that one into 1000. So we are getting the seconds and we are converting it into the milliseconds. Why? Because we will be getting the get time, we will be getting the number of milliseconds. So I am adding so that I will be getting the future date here. So this expiration date, what I will try to do is I will try to add it to expiration date here. And now what I can do, I can return this user. Okay, just I have written the logic here to format the date. Now this return user, so what I can do is in the auth effects, what I can do here, I can use constant user is equal to this dot auth service dot format user. I can use this format user, and what I can do, I can send the data here directly, auth response data, and I will be getting the user here. So now what I can do, I can send this user to here. So now in the actions, now what I can do is, this is the login success, right? So here I can write the props of type user, it will take the user of type user. Now the login success will take the user data, and now in the state what I can do here in the auth state, you will be having now user data which is of type user or null. First time it will be having null, right? So that is the reason I am keeping it as null. So here you will be having user, and the first time what I will try to do is user of type null. Okay, so I have added the user of type null. Now we have added the auth state also. So we are having one by one state we are having, and now what I can do here in the reducer, auth reducer, I can go here, I can add on not login success. Okay, login success. So I will be having the state here. Okay, so now in the state what I need to do is I need to return the state. First I need to immutably return the state, and now what I need to do is I need to have the action also. So action means why? Because we will be getting the user data from there. So here spread operator we need to give 3 dots. Okay, and on should be should be imported from the Ngrx store. So on, so it should, whether it is imported or not, yeah, on Ngrx store it is imported. And here what I can do, user, it should be action dot user, right? So now success. So we have created the reducer also. In the effects what we are getting the user, and just send this user like this. In the login success we need to format, need to send the user, right? We have sent the user. And now here what we did was in the auth.state.es, okay fine, everything I think, hope it is perfect I think. So if we see here, so we are getting a error in the auth service. The auth service, where is this auth service? Here. So what is the error? It is saying login email string password error expected. Where is that? It is expected in the post here. Oh, here. Okay, why this one is coming like this? I am unable to understand. It's coming something like component base. Okay, so now I hope this one is perfect. It is executed without any problem. Oh, so many errors came. This dot auth service dot format user, auth service, auth effect property format user doesn't exist. Why is this one saying? So these type of errors will come not commonly. So what you can do is, as my system is little bit of slow, it will be not able to detect. If your system is fast and anything, so it will be automatically, it will be able to detect. Let's rerun this again. Okay, let's rerun the code again, then it will show you. Why? Because it is saying that this dot auth service dot format user is not there, but here we have the format user, right? We are having, right? So this is the one method and this is another method. Yeah, format user we are having, and in the effects it is saying that in the auth effects it's saying that auth format user auth service dot this dot auth service dot format user is not present. So sometimes it happens like this. Let it run. Now it is successfully compiled. Let's try to see the output here. Now the login we get without any problems. Okay, so now I am creating test@test.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now if I click on login, we are able to get the success. Okay, so this one is not happening anything, so we'll try to see afterwards. And in the Redux, if you try to see, here we are getting login start. When I click login start and afterwards login success. Okay, now here if you try to see the state, the auth state is there, and in this one user, and we are able to get the data. See expiration date, local ID, token, email, everything we are able to save it in the Redux. So now we are successfully able to save the data. For example, if you want to see, you can go to the auth reducer, and here you can print, you can console.log. Okay, you can console.log the action.user, or otherwise you can print a total complete action. Will try to print what will happen. Now let it compile here. Yeah, it's compiling. It's compiled successfully. Now here if you try to see, sorry, test.com 1 2 3 4 5 6, and if you click on login, now here I am able to get this data. See auth page login success, and here this is the user data what we are able to get. And if you try to see the Redux also, if I click, if I refresh this one again, I will show you how the effects is loading. I will show you. So here ngrx something is run. So now here test@test.com. So now 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now here if I click, first login start will fire, then auth service. After success of this one, login success will action will fire. So here login start, after that login success is firing, taking that auth user data. Okay, so this is the data. If you try to see the action, so this is the type login success, and this is the data it is taking, and in the state it is trying to save the auth. Okay, now we are able to successfully store the data, your token data in the state management. So now what we will try to do is, now we are able to see the whether the data is submitted or not. We are not able to see whether the API call is making or not. We are not able to see, right? So what we'll try to do is, in the next video we will try to add the loading spinner. Okay, loading spinner we will try to add it in the next video, so that one also we will try to do it in from the state management, so that what we can see is that loading spinner, that one we will make it as a global component. Why? Because for wherever tomorrow what we'll try to do is, we'll try to get the post data also from the backend database, so that here from getting the post data, we will show that same loading spinner here. Updating the data also will show the same loading spinner. So whatever the spinner we are using here in the login page, the same spinner will be common in all the modules. We will try to make it as a shared component, and we'll use it everywhere. So that means for that one we will store it in the state management, loading spinner, whether to show or not. So through the state management, we will try to access the loading spinner. Okay, so we'll try to do it in the next video. And if you want this code everything, the code everything will be stored in the Ngrx counter. This is the Ngrx counter project. In this application we are having everything. So the login, authentication, everything we are having. So you can able to access in this Git repository link. Okay, so I will be providing this link in the description. You can access that one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.